Hello Pisces, this is your general reading for May 2018. Changing things up a little bit this month. I bought myself a pack of Rider-Waite. So I'm going to be doing the 3-card Major Arcana reading, and then I'm going to be pulling one from the Swords, one from the Wands, one from the Cups, and one from the Pentacles to flesh things out a little bit. So, final shuffle. Final cut, not quite, hold on. Okay. Final shuffle, final cut. Right. Strength in the upright. The High Priestess in the upright. Looking good. Tower in reverse. Wow, okay. Sorry about that. If that banged you. Well, I was just being very emphatic because that is a super duper reading, Pisces. That really is. That's a super duper reading. Okay. I'm always puzzled by the Tower in reverse. It's very confidence inspiring, isn't it? I mean, is it the disaster that didn't happen? Is it the disaster that you fear is going to happen but isn't going to happen? Okay, let's dig into this a little bit. This is where you see yourself. Things as you see them, strength. Things as they really are, the Tower in reverse. And the veil, the blockage, the obscuration, the High Priestess. Okay, now I'm going to go straight for some clarification on this because, yeah, I need clarification on the Tower in reverse, and I think I'd probably need it anyway, but as an outcome, I mean, in any position, I always look for clarification on this because it is so complex. Because, you know, the Tower is about the utterly random force majeure act of God smashing everything to pieces, and that does happen sometimes. But when it's in the reverse, and I seek clarification, and certainly as a result card, as it is in this reading, I need clarification. So let's go for this. Okay. The Moon. All right, what I'm getting now, because when I see cards in the reverse, it's, to my mind, it's one of three things. It's either that the energy embodied, or the energy embodied in the card is in the past, but resonating in a significant way in the present, or it's that the energy in the card is absent, and that the absence of that is having an effect, or that the energy in the card is opposite. And what I see happening here is that stuff's going to come out. Stuff's going to come out here in the Moon. This is secrets and lies, long buried, long held, long told, long hidden secrets and lies emerging. The lobster here, lobsters are extraordinarily long-lived creatures. They're very solitary, they're very secretive. When they change their shell, when they shed their shell and grow a new one, it takes a long time, and they go away somewhere, they secrete themselves away and go through this necessary and slow survival mechanism of shedding the shell. And they have an unusual chromosomal feature, lobsters, in that the effects of the normal regeneration of cells that happen in all living creatures. When the cells regenerate, they split and they divide, and the ends of the split, where the cells have split, get raggedier and raggedier over time, which is why we age, basically. Those raggedy ends are called telomeres. Lobsters have, to my knowledge, unique thing going on with the telomeres where they don't get raggedy anywhere near as quickly as they do in all excuse me, other living creatures, which is why they are so long-lived. But it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Stuff's coming out, and I think you think you're on it here in the Strength card. You know, this is about oh dear, excuse me. The Strength card is about the overpowering and the controlling of our own inner savage. We all have it, you know, the rampant toddler inside us. And the Strength card is about the process of acknowledging that rampant toddler, that id, that inner wild beast, acknowledging it and getting control over it. It's a to do with maturing, really. So that's where you think you are. You're in charge of yourself. You're on top of your wildness, your own inner wildness. And yeah, you know, rampant toddlers are extremely demanding. They want what they want and they want it now. And if they don't get it, there's absolute bloody hell to pay for anyone who's around them. And it's the job of the parent here, represented by the civilized lady, to educate the toddler into how to handle their own uncontrollable emotions so that they can mature. And kind of that's where you see yourself at the moment, on it in that respect. But clearly there's stuff coming out of the woodwork here in the moon card. And yeah, okay, now the tower, the thing about the tower, the destructive force in the tower is not anything that the builders of the tower could have foreseen. Like, it's like when you if you're playing golf and you get struck by lightning, it's not your fault for having been on the golf course. There was nothing you could do. Sometimes there is nothing you can do. You know, things just random shit happens out the blue and damages your life. And that is just the way it is sometimes. And what I'm getting here is that you are trying, in conjunction with this things as you see them, of being sort of on top of yourself, and approaching things in a kind of mature and controlled fashion, you're trying to tell yourself that anything that happens here, like with this stuff coming out, these secrets and lies crawling up out of the depth of the ocean and showing themselves, becoming apparent, is out of your hands. You are, in a sense, trying to subvert the random force majeure act of God element present in the tower. And that's why it's in the reverse here. And I think, I mean, I haven't talked about this yet. The fulcrum card, the obscuration, the veil card. I think what's happening here is that you're really, 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 really wishing, hoping, thinking it must be so, because that is the law of the universe, that you are on top of it and that it's not your fault. And that it's just kind of gonna happen. You know, it's just an act of God. I don't know, I just said it. I wasn't thinking, and I just blurted out secrets, and now there's a mess. No. It wasn't an act of God. You know, we don't speak by act of God, yeah, unless we're talking in tongues, of course, which is not what's happening here. Yes, there's an interesting interplay here between being in control, or perceiving yourself as being in control, and perceiving it all as being out of your hands. Which one is it, Pisces? Which one is it? And sitting in the middle, sort of acting, yeah, as a veil, as a kind of set of blinkers, really. We have this sort of spiritual benevolence of the High Priestess. And I would say this is a rather dangerous game to be playing, because this energy here in the High Priestess cannot be put into your service in order to pretend things to yourself. It can't. Well, I mean, you can have a go and it might work for a short time, but the laws of the universe and the mysteries of the universe embodied in the High Priestess here are not at anyone's, they don't operate at anyone's behest, and certainly not in order to give somebody or to back up somebody's assertion that they've done everything that they can to sort of do everything right, and this mess is not their fault. That's making rank misuse of the energy here. And of course it will all come out in the end, as it does in the Moon card. So God, this is really it's a warning, but it's not a warning about, oh, something really bad's going to happen. It's a warning. It's like, what kind of double deal are you doing here, where on the one hand you are on it, and on the other hand you're not, and it wasn't your fault. You cannot have it both ways. That's going to be the title of this reading. You cannot have it both ways. You as I say, you cannot say that you're in charge and in the same breath say that none of it was your fault. Responsibility is a two-way street. The person responsible for the running of the department has to take it on the chin when the department cocks up. They can't then say, oh well, it was the lower grade staff who cocked it up. It's on your watch. Okay, I'm going to pull one from the swords. Yeah, you kind of, I think you're going to be in and out here. What I'm seeing is the contrast between this deep meditation, this sort of self-induced coma. None of it's my fault. With the bright colours of this window, the sun shining in and casting lurid colours over this. You want to be the sleeping knight when it suits you, and you want to kind of focus on the effects of the brightness of the colours and the light here when it suits you. You really do. This is what I'm saying. You want it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Yeah, this is what's really going on. You're trying to defend yourself. But against what? Against what? I see, there's an awful lot of effort that this chap is putting into defending himself, but all these ones are below him. No one's coming at him with anything that could even, he might get a little bang on the knee at worst. Okay, well, yeah. Oh, sort of abandonment and walking away we have here. But it's interesting the asymmetry of this. I've got to be quick here. We've got a nice neat row of 5 here, and we could have a nice neat row of 3, but there's a gap, and in the middle is you. Turning your back on your own emotions and working very hard to do that. All right, I think you're going to be busy, but I think you're going to be busy basically ducking and diving about who's responsible for what, and you cannot have it both ways, Pisces. Okay, get on your own head be it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I'll see you again in the next reading. Good luck. Cheers. Bye-bye.